Vlogtober day 20. Today is gonna be so much fun. I've got tons of like Halloween and October type themed events. First, I'm going to brunch. Not so themed, but delicious at Liberty Public House. I've never been before, but I'm going with my friend Anna. She's been a million times and apparently they have a very good vegan menu. So I'm excited to try some of that. And then I'm headed to 2 fall festivals and tonight, St. John's, where they're going to have actors reenact dead people in the cemetery, and then Edgar Allan Poe is going to read some things inside the church. I don't know. It sounds very fun, very Richmond, and apparently it's a tradition they do every year, so that's going to be fun. Lucas will join me for that, but I'm going to be going solo to the festivals, but we're going to have some fun today. So, let's go! We have made it in. There's Anna. You've probably seen her before on a video. She's a regular. Anyway, I ordered like one of everything because I just wanted to try it all. So I got the pancakes, which are gluten-free and vegan apparently. I got the vegan RVA hot chicken sandwich, sweet potato waffle fries, home fries, and vegan sausage. Also the trio of dips. Oh, it's so exciting. And then Anna got the regular option. So she got the chicken and biscuit, right? Something along those lines, and grits. Yeah. So we are about to dig in, and I'm very excited for this. I think I'm going to taste test one of these waffle fries now because they look perfect. Good. And they're perfect. I just took a bite of the RVA hot chicken sandwich, and it is crunchy, juicy, the sauce on point, crunch of the pickle, absolutely fabulous, delicious. It's so good. I think this is like the only vegan chicken sandwich you can get whenever you want in Richmond, I think. I can't say enough good things about the sandwich. How's yours going over there, Anna?
Having a moment with mine.
She was feeling it. She's like, I've been in the mood for a while, so glad she got to join me. She's been here a million times, and now she's introduced me. My life has changed. Okay, so I'm gonna try this pancake. They said it's more like corn. I don't know, it's hard to cut. Oh my gosh. So it's more like cornbread or something, because it's gluten-free, I guess. So let's try it. Got the syrup on there. Or is it syrup? Is it syrup or syrup? Help. I don't know. Okay. You can tell it's gluten-free, but it has a great flavor. And it is kind of grainy, but that's a gluten-free situation. But I'm glad I tried it because now I know. There's a vegan pancake out there. This is for the gluten-free vegan friends out there. Also, they have brunch all day, every day, right? Yeah, so you can come here any day of the week you want brunch. You don't have to come on Saturday. We just happen to be here on one. No complaints, but that chicken sandwich is by far my favorite. Hello, I've made it to Scott's Edition Pumpkin Festival. Apparently this is an annual festival, but I've never been to it before, so I'm excited to go in and see what it's all about. Looks like a lot of vendors. I hear live music. Might be hard to hear me, but I'm gonna take you along with me. Let's go. Oh, there's like a train happening right now. So far, it's just a bunch of vendor tents that I've been going through and hearing the live music from afar, but they've got really interesting vendors here. Like they have dance studios, schools, and then like the typical crochet, food, stuff like that. But yeah, it's not vendors I'm normally used to seeing, which is pretty cool. So it's interesting. And there's lots of variety, which is nice. I saw a boba tea stand tempting me. They have a bunch of bars here as well. Some like pumpkin like flavored bar stuff, beers, etc. But yeah, I think I might have accomplished it already. I don't know, I'm gonna walk around still and see what's up. But okay, there's a couple more lanes of vending that I haven't seen.
Well, is it a forever mystery for me? I'm so sad. I feel like we have something. We have something special. I love you.
I thought it was me.
Oh.
I got the boba. I got dragon blood lemonade with boba. I love chewy tapioca balls. My mom hates tapioca. Let me know. Do you love tapioca? Do you hate it? Have you ever tried boba? It's basically a sugary drink with boba. Probably all I'm gonna buy. A lot of the food trucks are here, but I just had food, obviously. And then there wasn't anything really I was that interested in buying. Took a couple laps. The live music was really good. I'm also enjoying seeing everybody's costumes. Yeah, I think it's more of a family-friendly event, or if you want to come and drinking. because they have a lot of drinks here. So like drinking, eating, kind of like listening to live music, that sort of a vibe. But it's really fun. I was glad I got to come for the first time and experience it. But now I'm headed on to the next activity. So the next activity is here at the Pump House. They are celebrating their 100 years and it's put on by the Friends of Pump House. They're doing exclusive tours, extended tours, hard hat tours. I've never been on a tour here. And if you ever want to do a tour, I'll leave the link in the description. They do them sometimes, but today's supposed to be extended and I'm really excited because this building is absolutely gorgeous. It was built by Cutshaw, I forget his first name, but he built the old City Hall in Richmond and also the building that is now the Black History Museum. He also was in charge of building the parks and the fan. He also built Bird Park. And thank goodness he did it because Richmond is absolutely gorgeous. I love how many trees it has, parks, and beautiful buildings like this. So thank you, Cutshaw, for putting in the work for us back in the late 1800s. First step, get the hard hat on. Now we're ready for the tour.
He may have told you that part of the reason we're doing some special things this weekend is 100 years ago, essentially a month or two before this, this building closed down when the city built a more modern pump house, which is the building that's literally adjacent. It's now historic too, interestingly, but it's still used by the city, whereas this was abandoned. This was right after the Civil War, and he had been a colonel in the Civil War, and Robert E. Lee recommended him to the city to be our city engineer. What we would say today is he was one of the first city planners, urban planners. The backside.
That side?
That side, yeah, the river side, the south side. And you can see there's the front side. Now, both of them, the upper floor either had periods with no windows. We think it originally had no windows. It was totally an open pavilion. Industrial building. They could have used natural gas for lighting. Otherwise, they didn't have power. They had no lighting. This was the naturally lit, most likely. And if you're doing a naturally lit space, you whitewash things so you get reflectivity. So it was to bring more light in. And you can see on a bright day, it's quite good lighting. We don't have any lighting either.
We are now upstairs and it is incredible. They even have like little pieces of stained glass that's original, like pink. This used to be a dancing hall. So like they'd have balls up here. So cool. And originally behind me, they didn't have windows. It was just open air, which is really cool. And then over here, this is where they had the stained glass. It's an incredible space and they're hoping to turn it into a ballroom again and to like do weddings or other like events. That would be amazing. It is so beautiful. So I just got out of the Bird Park Pump House Centennial Hard Hat Tour. It was so amazing and so informative. I didn't really know too much about it, but it's a beautiful building that was just pumping water for the water system back in the late 1800s in Richmond. And by the 1930s, it was obsolete. They sold off the parts, kind of started decaying. It's owned by the city now. And the Friends of Pump House, which was started by VCU students back in 2017, have been able to raise money enough to get the windows in the bottom portion to be restored. And they're trying to obviously restore the whole thing. They said they need like $7 million more to be able to do it, which is awesome because it was epic. Like, can you imagine having a wedding reception there? So cool. Absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a church on the outside because of the Gothic Revival architecture, and I am kind of obsessed with it. They also said next weekend they're having Chris Sempter from the Poe Museum come and act as if he's Edgar Allan Poe and perform works at the Pump House, which I think will be a really spooky, really cool sort of activity. I can't make it there, but if you're watching this, totally book tickets. I think it'll be so worth it because you'll be able to see the Pump House and also listen to some spooky stories. So very Halloween themed, which I love. Anyway, back to the house, probably gonna eat a little dinner, and then we are headed to St. John's for their Fancy Me Matt, it's called. And there's gonna be like actors playing dead people in the cemetery, and then someone's gonna be Edgar Allan Poe and read works inside the church. I love it. I can't wait. It sounds amazing, and Lucas is gonna join me for that, so it's gonna be really fun. And yeah, so on to the next. We have made it to St. John's, and you guys, there are interpreters, actors playing the roles of the people who are buried here. And I'm freaking out because I know so many stories.
Yeah.
Daniel Danoon shot by his employer, Eliza Poe, Edgar Allan Poe's mom, George Wythe even, you guys, and the person who poisoned him, his grandnephew Sweeney. Also Benedict Arnold, which isn't buried here, but there's a story in Churchill about him. Elmira Shelton.
Oh, Elmira Shelton's here.
And then later Edgar Allan Poe's gonna like come and read some stuff.
Okay, well we better get talking to
Okay,
people.
let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
I say we start with Danoon.
I say we start with Danoon too.
Lament, O ye his friends, your loss deplore. 'Cause virtuous Daniel is alas no more. Virtuous I was and always will be, unlike McNaught. We were opposites, like noon and night. Danoon and McKnight, McNaught, McNothing. He promised me a reward for all my hard work while he was off in England for months drinking. His reward for me was a bullet in the belly. He thought he owned me. He thought I was his. I was 14 when I apprenticed under him. I learned quick. I surpassed the master. Customers flocked to his gun shop right down there on 18th Street in Franklin. They asked for my guns. That drunken old lecherous sot and his fraud family and his flickering flames didn't fire. I know what he tried to do. Burn my work. Let it all go up in a blaze, but it didn't work. Just 3 days after, he's making nice and sweet like he used to. He was shooting a bunch of guns that day. I should have realized something was spinning in his head like a revolver, but I didn't think of it that way. I even had dinner with them all upstairs above the shop on 18th Street. After dinner, I went back downstairs to work a bit more. He was being real nice that night, even though I'd turned down his proposition. He wanted me as his partner. I wasn't too sure about that. The new apprentice boy told me he wanted to see me, so I went upstairs. At the top of the stairs, I saw him with a pistol full of buckshot in each hand. I didn't have time to be surprised before one of them went off. I felt agony. I fell all the way down the stairs, then I heard the other one go off. He only grazed himself. They put him in jail. He cheated the hangman by ripping himself open inside that jail. There's blood everywhere. I hope he knows now what it is to burn in hell. I died hours after I was shot, in agony all the way. I didn't go where he did. I remain, my friends, truly virtuous Daniel, and I am no more. And those to whom each social merit's dear, drop o'er his grave a tributary tear. For each loved attribute his soul possessed, and now in heaven enjoys eternal rest.
Oh my gosh, it's better than I thought. It's
so good
literally
right
like
now.
Disneyland here.
Yes, I'm
Like,
obsessed.
You get to see all these like performances and learn their story while they're performing about how they died. We gotta go to Eliza Poe next.
go.
I'm so excited.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please come closer and join me. Allow me to introduce myself. For those of you who do not know me, I am Eliza Poe, mother of Edgar Allan Poe, whom we celebrate here tonight, and who was, as we just discussed, the greatest writer this world has ever known. Perhaps as his mother, I am slightly biased.
Now, after the war, my legend only grew, and I was very fortunate. I was able to purchase land and to start a business.
My grandnephew Sweeney had been arrested for forging my name onto checks. And he wanted $1,000 for bail money. I declined. And I wrote him out of my will.
What killed you, dear uncle? Is that really the question? Or is a better one, who killed you? Allow me to present George Wythe Sweeney, named after my illustrious granduncle, though I had several other titles in my lifetime. Scoundrel, thief, murderer, bad gambler. Luckily, I loved my uncle so, and he doted upon me, leaving around the house a silver plate, a misplaced coin purse, an antique book, anything that could fund just one more hand of cards, one more throw of the dice, one more wager upon a race. And a man can accrue debts that way. Luckily, I had an inheritance coming. I know, I read the will. Unfortunately, Some men do not have the common decency to die fast enough.
It's literally a performance about their death, so you learn like historical facts and people are playing the characters. It's a dream. It's literally a dream. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we came to this. It is like, I don't know. Why did they, is this my simulation? Like, this is literally my dream.
That this exists.
The fact that this exists.
Uh-huh.
Elmira Shelton is up here.
Yeah, Elmira Shelton's
and I'm
nice.
super excited for that. Oh my god, Edgar Allan
That's
Poe.
Edgar.
Whoa.
I'm
It's Edgar
nervous.
Allan Poe. Oh my gosh,
Celeb
passing
sighting.
by. We're passing by. It's celeb sighting.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Celeb sighting.
Celeb sighting.
Good evening.
Oh my gosh. Edgar.
Intense.
That was amazing. We just
Yeah.
went to every single actor, and it was so much fun getting to hear like stories that we hadn't learned before,
Yeah.
or knowing the historical facts and seeing it acted out. I love
Yeah.
that. That was so much fun. Who was your favorite?
Oh man, I really like Daniel Danoon, who was like the first one.
So passionate. I love
So
that.
passionate.
I felt like Eliza Poe's story was really good because I didn't know very much about that, so that
Yeah.
was cool. And then I
Benedict
loved,
Arnold was good.
yeah, but I loved George Wythe Sweeney.
Yeah. George Wythe Sweeney, when Lauren walked by later, leaned over and asked her for a tenner.
Yeah, and I
Because
was
he's
like,
known to be a gambler.
and I was like, and then I just went like this and walked away. So I loved it. It really reminded me of like meeting characters at Disney.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
It does remind you of
Yeah.
Disney as well. But
Okay.
now they're going to let us in the
Yeah,
church.
it
so
looks
open
like
up.
people are lining up because they want to get good spots for the Edgar Allan Poe part. So we're gonna get into
Head
the
on
church.
in.
I don't know if I'll be able to film the Edgar Allan Poe inside because you can't film the reenactments that happen here.
Oh.
So I don't know if there's like a thing about that, but I'll do it if I can.
Okay.
But okay, we better get lined up. I mean, everyone's lined up. We're probably in the back anyways. Okay, we just got out of the Edgar Allan Poe readings. And by the way, I've never listened to Poe's works read out loud or performed before.
Yeah.
And he was amazing. He performed it like to the T. He did Telltale Heart. It was so good. I remember the
Yeah.
first time you read it, Lucas, we were really scared, remember?
Yeah, it's intense.
I've actually performed it live for you.
You have.
I've just realized I've done the
So
performing.
I've seen a performance.
but you've seen one.
But you
It
didn't have
was
the
me.
mustache. You should have had the mustache.
Yeah, see, I guess I heard myself. I don't know. But orange yellow lighting. It's the only way
That's
to end
classic.
the vlog. It's classic.
It was so fun.
Oh, it was a
I would
blast.
definitely go back next year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just know that this happens every year, so you totally have to come next year. I
We should
mean,
invite
it was
friends next
amazing.
year.
I 1,000% was thinking the same thing. I was like, there's such good stories of like history that not a lot of people know, and just it was such a fun, spooky night. Like I know Olivia and Jackson would have loved this, but they're
Yeah.
out of town. But for sure, we're coming next year and definitely bringing friends. And as always, I'm going to leave the Vlogtober playlist right here and the Richmond playlist right there for you guys to check out. If you haven't caught up on all the videos, I cannot believe it is day 20, Lucas. There's
That's
only
crazy.
11 more days, which seems like a lot now that I've said it. But yeah, I literally a little bit after the halfway point, I've like been a little like not tired per se, but like, whoa, this is a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited to film for
It's
you guys
impressive.
and do it. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun, really. It really has. But I definitely started feeling it like halfway through. But now I'm like uptick. I think it's because I had a visitor, but now I'm having more visitors. Anyway, it's gonna be an exciting October. Lucas and I are headed out on a trip to the mountains here
Mountains.
soon. Tomorrow? Yeah, or something. Or what's tomorrow? Oh, Williamsburg is tomorrow. Williamsburg will be really fun. I can't
Yeah.
wait to do that. And we're going to do the ghost tour and go to Colonial Williamsburg and stuff. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe so you can follow along. And if you've watched every single Vlogtober so far, I see you and I love you. And if you haven't, you can catch up and I'll still love you. I love everyone. If you just watched this in general. What am I saying? Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.